Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelly and this is a Captivated Gem. Today I have the pleasure of doing a get ready with us with the gorgeous Miss Nikki from Happy Hauls. Thank you, Miss Nikki, for inviting me, and I'm sorry that I wasn't able to do last week, but in case nobody knows, I broke my hand. I broke these two fingers, kind of like right where you see the separation. I don't have my excuse me, I don't have my brace on right now. I'm supposed to be wearing this thing, but my doctor told me that I could take it off for an hour or two a day, so I thought I would take advantage of that hour and do this video. And this week what we are working on is the Bloodlust palette from Jeffree Star. This palette is gorgeous in every way. I love this palette. It's one that I have used quite a bit. I don't use any of my palettes. I rotate them a lot, so it looks like I haven't used them much. And I guess I haven't, because I have a lot of palettes, and so I just rotate. And then I don't wear makeup every day. So you'll have to excuse me for a minute. I got my coffee in my gorgeous Lorella tumbler. Oh, I got the cutest, speaking of Lorella, I got the cutest palette from, I ordered from them. I don't know if I showed this or not. I don't know if I did. Get ready with me? Anyway, it's their sugar and pumpkin spice palette. And then this in the shape of a pumpkin. And it's just the cutest thing. It doesn't have a mirror. It's magnetic. And then these are the colors. It's just the cutest thing. Perfect for this time of year. I just absolutely love Lorella. And I love all their products. And I love the people. Alex, he's the gentleman that he's like the CEO. He's wonderful. Des, she's amazing. I love Lorella. I am hooked on them. I'm too hooked, actually, because I like to get online when they do their TikTok lives, and I buy what's called a live box, and I end up spending money I don't have to spend. Hence why I probably have too much makeup. But they sell a lot of other stuff too. That's a company not to sit on. All right, but we are not talking about Lorella. We are talking about the fabulous Jeffree Star and this gorgeous palette. And where do we begin? All right. Let's see. The top row is Your Majesty and Take the Crown. Your Majesty is a little green looking. So, you know, I think, let me see. What do I have handy here of his that has a color I can use for a transition? Oh, I don't. You know, I'll just start with, usually I like to start with a really, really light color. And there is a really light color here. We'll go with Deviant. That's a nice, pretty, light purple. Ooh, I was missing some light. A magnifier, whatnot. All right, let's get this started. So what's been going on, guys? Anything exciting? Anything new? Anybody got plans for the holidays? I don't have a lot of family, so both of my kids have to work. My grandson is going with his mom to one of her friends' houses. So it's just going to be me and my mom and my honey, and the true Southern Baptist that we are making a full dinner, but we're making lots of to-go plates. So we will take, Well, my daughter will be there. She won't be there until after she gets off work, and we don't quite know what time that'll be, but she will be there. Okay, there's Deviant, and it's purple. But that's a pretty color. I like that color. You know, Jeffree never does anything halfway, any of his colors. You know, once you put it, I mean, you plan to have color when you put anything in his palette on your face. I think I'm going to go all the way down here to Betrayal. Let's see if I can. I'm trying to keep this mirror. Maybe if I just put this card on, it'll blur it a little. No. Usually I don't pull the little cling thing. I call it the fun thing. I usually don't pull those off. Evidently I did when I got this palette. I don't honestly know why. Let me see if I could do this. Okay, I started here. And I think I'm going to go all the way down here. And from there, oh, we'll know when we get there. We will know when we get there. But for now, Betrayal. This brush is a little small. Well, it'll do. It'll do. It's Jeffree. A little dabble, do ya? Tap that off just in case. So, I've been working on a cookbook, and I've had a really good time with it. I mean, I really have. Over the years, as you can imagine, as growing up as a farm girl and a Southern Baptist one at that, I've learned a lot of Southern style, Southern inspired, frugal, if you will, dishes and recipes and techniques and whatnot. And so I decided I'd like to write a cookbook. Well, the recipes, those came pretty easy. Now I've got to do tests and stuff and whatnot. And, you know, I want to make sure that I'm getting them right, because some of the ones that I wrote down years ago have changed because measurements have changed, or because of shrinkage and packaging. You know, that's shrinkflation. That's real. So, you know, there's a little bit of that happens. And then I want to be able to put some stories to go along with at least the chapters. But I guess I've found myself in a bit of I don't know if it's a writer's block or a slump or just what, but I've kind of stopped. Well, hurting my hand, that put a big damper on me. This time of year is not easy for me for a lot of reasons. Physically is just one aspect of it. I've got rheumatoid arthritis, but I've also developed a lot of osteoarthritis, and you know, the cold, damp weather just hurts. I mean, if you've got arthritis, you know what I'm talking about. It's not fun. And the short days don't help, and when, of course, when they're rainy and gloomy, it makes me feel rainy and gloomy. And I don't like that, but it is a thing. Oh, I'll tell you what, on a cold day, though, hot coffee is just wonderful. But then also, this time of year reminds me of family that I have lost at this time of year. So, and it's just, you know, I try to take comfort in the family that I have, and try to enjoy I try to embrace the season for what it is. You know, it is a time of joy. It's a time of reflection over the year that has just transpired, and it's been a good one. Overall it's been a really good year in my own life. But I do still sometimes just get a little case of melancholy, and I guess that's the case for me here. Maybe with this book, I'm not sure. Maybe it's making me think of things that I haven't thought of. in a while, or people, you know, because with stories from your life come the people that are in your life or were in your life. So there's just, you know, there's just a lot. And I haven't been making videos. I'm just maybe I'm at a point of transition. It's a Gemini thing, maybe. I don't know. it it could be just I'm sure it is just a culmination of all kinds of things. But that's what's going on with yours truly. Okay, so let's see. We got betrayal. Let's see. We got deviant. We got betrayal. Let's go in with the eyes of knowledge. Wisdom. The eyes of wisdom. What color do I want next? What direction? That bleeding heart is awfully pretty, but I don't think I want to do that one. We'll go in with Scandal Water. We'll go in with a little bit of blue. It's like a periwinkle. Scandal Water, huh? I wonder what that's about. Okay, there we go. That one right there. What are you drinking? Oh, just some Scandal Water. It's not tea, it's Scandal Water. That's a pretty color. All right. Come on, Scandal Water. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Good choice, Shelley. Do you all remember my brush cleaner that I was just so happy about? It fell apart, and it can be put back together, but I was trying to wash my brushes, and water went everywhere, soapy water. I was like, oh boy. So I have to let the motor dry. Poor thing. My honey had taken it apart to clean it, and then when we went to put it back together, why, I think something obviously just didn't get tightened down. Look at how pretty that color is. Oh, and they just blend so pretty. I just love his formulas because they just blend so well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's pretty. Gosh. That's really pretty. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, now let's see. I'm going to go in with this real pretty pink, the Wet Jewel. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to put it down here on the lid. Wet Jewel. Not with that brush, I'm not. Okay. So have any of you all got his newest palette, the Night Owl palette? If you have, let me know in the comments below what you think of it. I'm not gonna get it. I think I talked about that before. It's just not one I'm interested in. But if you've gotten it, let me know. I'm looking forward to seeing try-on videos, definitely. Oh, I like that. I like that. Just pack that in. Do you know what? I'm gonna spray a little setting spray on this brush though to get it on there a little bit better. Yeah. And just hit a little corner of that so I don't get the whole thing wet. Yeah, then. Oh, that's so pretty. Yeah, using the setting spray, that was the way to go. Now I'm going to go back in with a loose brush and just kind of go over top of that. Or a fluffy brush. The other end of this brush. I don't know how to use brushes. I've said that multiple times. I don't know what... I know that they put makeup on my face. Okay, let's see. I want a little something in my crease there. Ooh. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to use. Executioner. That's this one. That is a glittery deep purple. And let's see. I've got another brush just like this one. Nope, I want this one. Right here. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. Just making sure that's really what I wanted before I fully committed. After I make this video, I've got a dessert that I'm gonna make. You know, speaking of cooking, this isn't one of my recipes, but it's one that I've wanted to try. You take the canned crescent rolls, and of course separate them, and you put one you like spray cooking spray or use butter or whatever to get in a muffin tin, and you lay these things, I think 2 of them, in there, in the bottom, and then you put a scoop of that Philadelphia cheesecake, cheesecake mix, whatever. It's in the tub in the refrigerated section, You put a scoop of that in there, and then you put a spoonful of pie filling. I'm going to use cherry pie filling. Ooh. And then you fold the other end over and brush it with some melted butter. Yeah, I guess you can use melted butter or maybe an egg wash. And then bake it. I don't remember now which one she used. Probably an egg wash. Now I'm going to have to do some buffing on this. This is looking a little streaky. But anyway, it just sounded so good. I'm making a chicken pot pie. Well, it's really not a pot pie because there's no bottom crust, and I use biscuits on the top. But it is one of the things I grew up eating. Making that for dinner. Hopefully when my daughter gets off work, she'll come over and have some supper with me, but that's okay if she doesn't, because I know when she gets off work, she's tired. Bless her heart, she works so hard, but loves her job, so I can't say anything about it. I mean, I wouldn't dare say anything about it, because she's making herself a career, and I'm proud of her. Yeah, I buffed out pretty good. I'll have to do a little creative work right in here, but that's okay. That's all right. And then last, I think I'm going to use this Beauty Sleep. And that would be this one right here. And I'm just going to go up and over. Let's see. Where is my other? There it is. Do you have favorite brushes that you like to use? I know I do. There we go. Beauty sleep. Well, it's interesting how his formulas have changed over the years, and also how color trends have changed. You know, what's popular and what's not. You can kind of tell by the palette. If you collect your palettes, you can tell by looking at them kind of what was new and neat and cool, you know, as in a specific time. Let's get right up there in the brow. All right. Okay. As usual, I'm going to go offline, line it, do some lips, and see what we come up with. I'll be right back. All right. All finished. To finish up the eyes, I used a duochrome liner from ColourPop that I no longer know the name of, but if you can see it, that's the color. I don't know the name of it anymore. And then I used the big, what is it called? Big by Definition. It's a sample of a mascara from Sephora. And then and also in my lower line, I used this purple, and I mixed it with black from Ofra Cosmetics. And this purple is, you can use it for your eyes or your lips. So I also used it to line my lips. And then I used Please Forgive Me from Jeffree in his Supreme Gloss. And then I went over top of it with this fun little loose pigment from Chantico Beauty in this little purpley color here. I don't want to dump it out or I'd open it up, but anyway. Yeah, that's everything I did. I didn't mess with the nest. It's so rainy and everything outside. It just frizzed it all up, and there's really not a whole lot I can do with it, so I just left it alone. So yeah, see, I'm telling you, we need some sort of something that'll keep this stuff from getting all over your teeth. Anyway, that's what I did, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. The Get Ready With Us with Miss Nikki. Slide on over to her page if you haven't already and watch her video. Hype her up. Leave her a like. Leave her a comment. Subscribe. Share. All the things that I'd like for you to do for me, please go over and do for her. And yeah, I do have some unboxings coming. I'm just waiting. I've got Bad Bit Fun coming. I've got one more, I believe, round, maybe two, of the Ice Cream Beauty, the bag and the box. I think I'm getting one more round of the loose pigments, and then I went ahead and canceled those. I've got so many, guys, and I don't use them as much as I thought I would. And so they're just sitting there looking at me like, why haven't you touched us? It's like, lack of opportunity. So anyway, that's everything. I hope you all have a wonderful, magnificent, blessed, absolutely amazing day. Please, please have a wonderful, blessed, happy Thanksgiving. And remember, be kind. It matters. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.